morning, everyone. It's Friday the 13th today, and it's also National French Fry Day. I had gone to the drive-thru last night to get some French fries to bring in and share today, but I forgot them, so sorry about that. Today on our show, we have a United update with Juanita Skillman. We have Hoag Medical Group. We're going to learn about some operations on the heart. And we have Sterling Financial Advisors, which we always have on Friday, who have some great tips on finances for us. And then today is the first day that the Orange County Fair opens up. So we have the OC Fair today on our show. And then today's meetings, we only have one meeting today, and that would be the third special meeting, business planning, and that will be in the boardroom from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And the weather is looking really good today and also all weekend. We do have a little bit of fog that we had this morning, and it's going to be somewhat on the coastline, but otherwise sunny and clear. We've got Friday 86, 69, a little fog then sunny. We've got Saturday 84, 69, Sunday 82, 70, Monday 82, 69, and then Tuesday 83, 68. And your weekend weather forecast, we have the North Coast is going to be about 78. We have the Bay Area, which is going to be around 71. Central Coast, 79. San Diego, a beautiful 80. And then in Tahoe, 82 with a possibility of some thunderstorms. And Yosemite, 86, which is pretty nice, with a possibility of thunderstorms as well. Arrowhead is 81, and then Palm Springs is 109. So your weather looks really good for the weekend, and we will be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Cart here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
I'm coming for you, Cancer. With California Protons, I now have the technology and expertise to fight with unmatched precision. I'll zero in and wear you down with radiation, millimeter by millimeter. You won't weaken me. I'll spare my tissues and protect myself against future threats. Cancer, you're history. I'm looking to the future.
Your loved one is struggling, trying to maintain independence in their home, Acticare can help. Our caregivers provide home care services to relieve the strain placed on family and make staying at home possible. Don't let another day go by without getting the care they deserve.
We can provide your loved one the care they need and motivation, and give you peace of mind. Please call to set up a free care consultation.
Acticare, responsive in-home care. Your first day is free.
Welcome back. We have Juanita Skillman, who's here to give us an update on the United Mutual, and she's the president, so she should know everything, right?
Oh, don't I wish. Thank you, Lisa.
Well, welcome.
We had our meeting on Tuesday, and I'm so pleased to say we were able to cut 1 hour off of it. It was not quite 3 hours this time. As I mentioned last time I was on, and it was a 4-hour something meeting, that we have taken different steps to try to cut down how long they are, because we respect our residents who stay either in the boardroom to watch us or on television to watch it, and we kind of respect their time. So we made some changes with how we read resolutions. All of that material is still available, and it's all on the website, and if there's any questions they can call us and ask us, but we don't need to read every whereas and policy and everything on TV. It bores people to death. So this time we had 4 particular things that we approved, because we have new business, which is a first reading of anything that's coming up, and then we have a 30-day comment period for residents and directors to find more information, etc. And then unfinished business is where we actually get our voting in. And we had 2 architectural standards, because we're still trying to update our architectural standards handbook. And then we had a whole 29 pages of updated resale documents, which we brought up, and we've been working in governing documents on for the last few months in cooperation with our property services to get those in a good, solid manner for realtors and new people who want to, residents here. And then we also did a temporary container policy. We found lately we've had a real problem with either contractors bringing in their own dumpsters and just putting them in a cul-de-sac, and it being a parking problem and not looking really good.
Right.
Or people moving in and out and using these new pods. That's the new thing. Yep. They drop a pod off and you fill it up, and then they take it to storage or whatever. So, but again, those have to be controlled, and security has to work with them on where they should put it. And we don't want to inconvenience people by putting it in their guest parking.
Oh, yeah,
So there's a lot of things like that that we have to be very careful with.
Right.
Now, we had a few things. We also we introduced some things. Well, we put 1, 2, 3 new architectural standards on 30-day review, and also a resolution for unauthorized alteration fee. That's still one of our biggest problems that we have in the village, not just United, is unauthorized alterations. People say, I don't need to get a permit, I know what I'm doing. My brother-in-law is a contractor, all of this kinds of things. And then, especially in United, because we own the buildings, we have to be sure that the alterations are correct, because you're affecting your neighbors. And you've got to get a permit, in many cases a city permit as well. So if you don't, and we catch you, which we do, and another thing with the unauthorized alterations is they're throwing their debris in our dumpsters. And that again is a no, no, no. So when we find that, we find out where it's going, and then we can see if it's permitted or not. And so if you don't do it, it's going to cost you. And sometimes you hit them in the pocketbook, and that's the only way people really pay attention. One of the things that we did do was to approve the proposed amendment to our trust agreement to extend its term. And each of the boards is doing that. GRF did it, we did it, and Third is going to be doing it next week, and Mutual 50. Our trust that we are based on here in the village runs out in 2024. And so we've been thinking, it's old and there are things that need to be updated. There's still a whole bunch in there about HUD, and we're not under HUD anymore. So all of these kinds of things, and we're trying to figure out how can we make modifications, et cetera. And we finally decided, no, we're just going to update it for 20 years, and then we'll go back and make any changes or modifications that need to be done. But we just want to get it updated
Right.
So we're going to put in this 20-year update, and then we've got breathing room
Right,
to be able to
exactly.
do things. So that's going to work out really well. Our handyman, we talk about all the time.
Yes.
And this is the new description of services list that's down in resident services. But I checked with them this morning, and we have 111 signed contracts. We have another number of other contracts that are out that have been requested that haven't come back yet. And we have 61 open work orders. So our handyman is out there.
He is busy.
Really
is it just
going.
one?
Right now we just got one. We have one in the wings.
Okay.
We will bring on when we need to.
Okay.
But so far he's been able to handle everything.
Good. Well, he's doing good work.
Absolutely. And
That's
the people
great.
love him. People
good.
love him.
A nice service to have.
Well, people
sure.
like me who are busy, and I don't have a husband anymore. I lost mine, so I don't have anybody to do my honeydews. And so being able to call and have this guy come out and do these little things
Right.
that normally I would not get done.
Right.
So
Well,
I
that's
think
good.
that's really good.
That is great. That's great. Now, census.
Yes.
There's people that are going to be showing up at doors.
There are people in the village. Now, every once in a while, the census years are on the decade years. So we had 2010, and it's coming up in 2020.
Okay.
But the state does some interim censuses just to update their statistics and demographics for various programs that they do and initiatives that they have. But we've had a problem with them just showing up and knocking on people's doors and scaring our residents.
Sure.
Because if somebody comes to your door and says, I'm a census taker, you have to answer these questions. What's your social security number? They go crazy.
Oh yeah.
And
well, look,
so,
with all the fraud and stuff going on.
Oh,
you gotta be
absolutely.
careful.
And they don't know if it's up on the up and up or whatever.
Right.
So we try to catch them at the gate. They have to have a government ID. And when they come through the gate, the ambassadors try to tell them what the rules are. They're supposed to make appointments instead of just coming up and knocking on your door. But the big thing I want to tell residents is you do not have to participate. It is not required. It is not just because it's the government, just whether you don't have to do it. So if you are not comfortable answering questions, say no, I don't want to do it. Close the door.
Or what should they do if, because to be safe. So you said that they have a government ID. So should they ask for them to show
Right,
the
and
ID?
ask for a card.
Okay.
So that they're, but even if you don't answer their questions or want to do, get their card and call security and say, somebody did this is the card, and they will follow up on it because security is on this.
Okay, good.
And they really want to make sure that our residents are not only safe, but comfortable.
Absolutely.
But there are other people who have no problem talking to the census taker and love to give survey information and that kind of thing, and that's fine. But if you're not, don't.
There you
So
go.
that's easy.
You can say no if you want to say no.
Right.
All right, and then you've got election stuff coming up for the
Boy,
fall.
do we, yes.
I bet.
The election packets are out, are available. So far in United, we've only had 2 picked up. Anybody who's interested in running for the board of directors can pick up a packet upstairs on the 2nd floor from one of the corporate secretaries, and they have to be in by August 10th. Anything that's not in by August 10th will not be on the ballot because we have to send it out to our inspector of elections, and they put together the ballot and the little brochure that has everybody's statements in it and everything. And that comes out the end of August is when voting starts, and voting ends 30 days later towards the end of September. And so the big thing we want right now, and we'll be making pushes later for get that vote in, get that vote in, is we need candidates. There's so many people out there, and when you talk to them, they've got fantastic backgrounds, but they say, hey, I'm retired. I don't want to do anything. And I'm not going to kid you and say that it's an easy, an hour a week or something like that. No. It is a very intensive job. I'm not going to say a full-time job, but at least a good part-time job. We're a lot of meetings. For a community this size, which is like a municipal government, there's just a lot of things that need to be done. And we oversee so many different things. We're in the middle of budget right now, coming up for what's our operational budget and our reserve budget going to be for the next year. And it's well over $1 million. I mean, we're not small chicken feed.
Right.
And we have to be very careful that we are only we're doing needs and not just frivolous wants. But one of the problems that we have is, for many years, under our old management service particularly, things were neglected, things weren't done. Well, we're not going to do that. We'll do it in the future, and we're going to keep everything, all costs low, and not raise assessments and things like that. And they didn't get done, and they're falling down around our ears.
Oh boy.
In our mutual, we have real problems with our waste lines backing up all the time, and we're doing a really accelerated project to get those all aligned so that they're not going to happen. And we also do it for the interior now with the intake lines. We don't have as much dry rot as other people do, because when we were built they didn't use as much wood.
Okay.
But we do have moisture intrusion that we have to work with all the time, and that's a cost.
Right.
So particularly people with any kind of a financial background, we love it. We like people with managerial or project managers, but we also like just plain citizens. Maybe that wasn't your background at all, but you're interested in being part of United and Laguna Woods Village, and you want to do your part. A lot of it's a learning curve, and you can do it.
Right, right.
So don't think, oh, I can't do that, I've never done that before, so I'm not even going to apply. If you have any interest at all, apply. Right. And of course, we always encourage people, if they don't win, to get on one of our committees.
Right.
And we like people, even if you're not going to run this time because you feel I don't know enough, get on one of our committees.
Right.
And that way you learn about the village, and you learn about United, and we learn about you, and it just makes it so much better. So pick up your packet now, get it in by August 10th, and we hope to have a good ballot. We've got 4 seats up this time. 2 of our directors are termed out, Don Tibbetts and Pat English. You can only run 2 terms, and then you're termed out. So we have those 2, and then we have the seat that Carl Randazza is in, which was Steve Leonard's, and he has been appointed to take his place, but his term is up this fall, so he has to run again.
Oh, I see.
And I put in my little commercial. He's been a great board member. And then Janie Durrell is also up for re-election if there. So please, please, let us hear from you.
Well, the other thing is, when you serve on a board, you get the first knowledge. I mean, you get kind of the inside knowledge, and so I did like that when I was on some boards, that you got the knowledge before anyone else. So I thought that was kind of nice. So same kind of thing.
You know what's going on in all of the city, not just in the little piece that you maybe are active in.
Right.
I have to say, there's one negative. The only negative that I have found to being a board member is that we see the negatives. We see the underbelly. We have to do the discipline. It's such a small percentage of our residents, and we have to keep reminding ourselves, this is not what's up in the village.
Right.
This is just a few malcontents that aren't doing what they're supposed to and following our rules.
Right.
But it's kind of discouraging when we have to go through that disciplinary hearings once a month.
Right. Well, you know, like you said, a small percentage, right?
Very, very small percentage.
All right. Well, always thank you so much for the update. We appreciate it, and you have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too. Happy Friday the 13th.
Yes, same to you. And again, if you would like to be a candidate to run for office or board, then go ahead and go to the 2nd floor of the Community Services Building and pick up your packet. We'll be right back after this.
Different is powerful, yet calming. Different is a friendly smile. Different is accepting, not judging.
Different is the unexplained, left to the imagination.
A day without plans, to walk, to explore, a coastal drive with no destination. Different is anything but predictable. Different can be good. At South County Lexus, you'll find different is amazing.
Hiring a realtor you trust is the first step in selling your home. Selecting an escrow company that can safeguard your money and personal information throughout the transaction is the next step. Escrow Options will guarantee the safety of your personal information and funds from the risks of wire fraud and cyber theft. Choose the escrow company that works for you. Escrow Options Group, protecting consumer assets in escrow since 2005.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third act of life. Sign up today.
Dr. Christine Chung with 7-Day Dental has served Laguna Woods for 17 years. Her office is close, her staff is the best, and she offers great discounts for Laguna Woods.
I have been a patient of Dr. Christine Chung at 7-Day Dental for 15 years. She and her staff are exceptional.
You may know me from Village Television. I would not go anywhere else for dental care than 7-Day Dental.
7-Day Dental, simply your best choice.
What's happened to healthcare? It wasn't so long ago that your doctor understood your health history because they were part of it. From labor pains to life's health challenges, you could rely on that relationship with your family physician. Then something happened. Healthcare changed. Seeing a doctor can feel like running into a stranger. A 60-minute wait for a 6-minute visit. Hogue Medical Group is here to change all of that. Our doctors do more than react to illness. They become your personal physician for life. Always listening, never rushing, helping to chart a healthy path together, walking with you at every turn. This is the way healthcare was meant to be, with enhanced features such as same-day appointments, care coordination, and direct access to Hogue's world-class professionals and services. Hogue Medical Group. We listen, we care, we're committed to you for life.
Welcome back. Well, as you can see here in the front of us, we have a variety of heart samples, and we have an interventional cardiologist with us from Hogue, who is George Castellanos, Dr. George Castellanos, and he's going to talk to us about the heart, obviously, with all of these wonderful displays here. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about your title, an interventional cardiologist. What does that mean?
So first of all, thank you for having me here, Lisa. I appreciate it. So an interventional cardiologist is a cardiologist who specializes in using equipment to fix different problems inside of the heart.
Okay.
So for example, if you were to have a heart attack, I'm the doctor who would go in and place a stent in order to relieve the pain and the chest pressure,
okay,
and allow blood flow to the arteries.
Okay.
Within interventional cardiology, there's a new subdivision, like a subspecialty that's been created called structural heart disease.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of times people will refer to me as a structuralist,
okay,
because, and this is some of the stuff that I brought to you, is I can do a lot of procedures that used to be done with open heart surgery without having to open up your chest. I go through arteries or veins in order to get to the places I need to be, allowing for a much faster recovery for patients, as well as lower complication rates.
Okay, now, so you did talk about a little bit about what you used to do. So let's go a little bit more in depth of open heart surgery. So that's what they used to do. And so how far back did we start using these types of procedures?
Okay, so open heart surgery has been around for roughly about 50 to 70 years. And it's and the technology for open heart surgery has changed a lot, not so much over the last 20 years or so. A lot of the techniques that are being used now were very similar to what they used before. What's really changed is the fact that we've realized we've tried to do procedures less invasively, like I said, for faster recovery, less complication rates. And here I have 4 different types of procedures that I wanted to outline today.
Okay.
But for the most part, there's about 15 different types of procedures that are available out there.
Okay.
In general, these procedures have been out for about 15 years. And part of the reason why we weren't able to do this 20, 30 years ago was because we didn't have the engineering know-how to be able to develop them.
Right.
And also we didn't have the metals. There's a lot of alloys that we use now that were actually created by the aerospace department that have these wonderful properties that are thin, strong, are rigid, are flexible at the same time, dependent on different temperatures. So over the last 15 years, it's just this area of structural heart disease has just been booming.
Right. Now, how did they actually, I mean, if they have a metal like that, how did they test it? Especially when you're putting it inside the body with all the fluids and how did they test that?
Well, there's a few things in that regard. So you're testing to make sure that your body doesn't react negatively to it, right? So you use a lot of animal models.
Okay.
You'll implant the metal in maybe in pigs or in sheep and see how it reacts.
Okay.
Some of these metals have actually also been used in open surgical cases.
Okay.
Again, in patients, the metals are inert. Patients don't react negatively to it.
Okay.
The other aspect that you have to do as well is test how durable these processes, these different equipment will be.
Right.
Any sort of complications. So for that, there are these rigorous trials that we've been a part of that have helped test that. And actually Hoag has been fortunate enough to be part of some of those trials to test how durable is the device that we're implanting in patients to make sure that it's right for the community.
Oh, well, that's good to know, because why would you go anywhere else if you're the ones that are actually testing it?
Yeah,
So excellent,
yes,
excellent.
yes.
Well, let's talk a little bit about some of these treatments, and we'll start with the one that's closest to you. So tell me a little bit about that.
Okay. So the one here, this is part of a group of procedures called TAVR. It stands for transcatheter aortic valve replacement. So traditionally, the way this procedure of valve replacement used to be done was with an open sternotomy. So that you would actually cut the chest, big scar, open up the chest, replace the valve.
Okay.
In those kind of situations, for the most part, patients are in the hospital for about 5 to 7 days, take 2 to 4 months to recover afterwards. There's complications with its stroke and death and so forth, but this is something that needed to be done, right?
Right.
These devices, this one right here, allows us to be able to do the same without having to open up the chest. We can actually go through an artery, whether it's from the left shoulder or more commonly from the leg, called the common femoral artery.
Okay.
And we go up into the heart and we replace it. It takes about 45 minutes to do. You spend a night in the hospital. For the most part, you go home the next day. The rates of stroke and death from this procedure are even lower than open heart surgery.
Wow.
And you're able to very quickly recover. Within about a month, within about a week, you're back to your normal self and able to do your everyday activities.
Wow, so I mean, how is it that you get this in the body? It looks rather large.
Yeah, so as I mentioned to you, right, these materials are made such that they're very flexible. So I'll give you this one, for example. You can actually squeeze this material.
Oh, okay.
And it can form it into a tube cylinder that's about the size of a pencil.
Okay.
So this one actually is called a Medtronic core valve. And an interesting aspect about this metal is that it's made out of a combination of nitinol and titanium. Under cold circumstances, it's very malleable. So what we'll do is we'll put it in an ice bath and we can shape it down and make it nice and long, put it inside a tube, insert it into the body. And as we're unsheathing it, as we're removing it, and it starts to heat up by the body's temperature, it becomes this shape and gets very rigid. But that's true with all of these different materials.
Right. Now, once this is inside, what is it doing?
So what it ends up happening is that you can see here the way that it's positioned in the heart. What it'll do is there's actually a valve inside in here that will open and close. What it's allowing to do is direct flow from the heart to the rest of the body. To make sure that it's flowing at the right rate and that it's not leaking back into the wrong chambers.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And then, so this goes with this one, right?
This goes with this one.
Okay, so you can see how that is. And then what is the last one? I'll bring this closer to you.
Yes. So this here is called the mitral clip. And it's this little device right here. It's this white device.
There we go.
basically what it's intended to do is in people who have a mitral valve, which is this valve here that's leaking, what we can actually do is we can fix that leaking, again, without having to open up the chest. These patients spend the night in the hospital, go home the next day. It's a much safer than open heart surgery. The complication rates are also a lot lower. And this one, we do it from afar. I mean, we have to get into a vein in the leg, and we're using catheters and wires to be able to do it.
Right. Well, this is, let's have you hold this, because that is really cool to be able to see this.
Yeah, so this is the device here, and you can see how I'm able to manipulate it. Imagine this tubing being much longer.
Yeah.
That allows me to be able to manipulate it from outside the body.
Okay.
So then I can make sure that it's in the right spot, and then once it's in the right spot,
and then look at that.
You can clip it, you release it, and it ends up helping. And the main benefit of doing all this is that with the mitral clip specifically, it helps people who are having symptoms of heart failure, so shortness of breath, swelling in the legs, lightheadedness. It actually helps them feel much better.
Oh, yeah.
Now, for any of these therapies, you have to make sure you're an appropriate candidate. So it's always important to be able to talk to your doctor about it to make sure that is the right thing for you. But it's an amazing option for patients.
Right. Now I'm assuming that once you've had this done, there is some sort of a therapy that you would get, kind of like, do you do some sort of pulmonary, not pulmonary, but you do cardio?
Yeah.
Tell me what it's called.
No, for sure. So it's like cardiac rehab afterwards. But there is, and this is what we always tell patients, is that the actual open heart surgery, it's not too difficult to do per se, right? From a patient's perspective, you don't even know if you're having it done. You're asleep, right?
Right.
These procedures as well, they're actually done while the TAVRs can be done while they're awake. The mitral clips, they're usually asleep. But again, the onus is on me to do the procedure, right? You're the patient, and you don't realize it's happening until you wake up, right? The difficult for other patient is afterwards. It's the recovery, right? So with these type of procedures, a lot of patients will want to be part of cardiac rehab, which is where you go and you have a personal trainer who's kind of telling you how much exercise you can do. But I'll be honest with you, for the most part, you really don't need that.
Okay.
They're so minimally invasive that as long as you just follow some very basic rules, you can be out and about doing your everyday activities by the next day.
Wow.
And within a week, you're able to do everything you used to do before.
That's great.
And again, and the reason why that is such a big difference is because if you contrast that to open heart surgery, there you had to be a lot more careful. If you did certain activity, your chest could open up again, the suture lines could be disrupted, right? So it's a very different paradigm of fixing the same problem, but through a very different lens and different perspective with a very different skill set.
Right. And then also, the recovery is where the insertion was made too, right? I mean that, and then is there any pain that they would feel internally because you had to go through, or
right? Well, so there's actually no nerve sensors inside the arteries or the heart, so you don't feel any pain in that sense. You do feel a little bit of pressure over the area of where we're making the puncture site because you're having to go through skin, but we numb that up pretty well.
Okay.
But for the most part, patients have minimal complaints with it. One other device that I wanted to actually touch briefly is this one here. It's called the Watchman. So this is called, this is for a left atrial appendage occlusion device. So in people who have a condition known as atrial fibrillation, you're supposed to be taking a blood thinner, right? Now, if something happens and your doctors don't feel that you're a good candidate for that blood thinner, this is a device that can be used in lieu of it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Again, made out of nitinol, very soft.
It's so soft.
It's big, but we actually elongated, kind of like this other valve that I talked about, that one over there. Elongated, put in through a catheter, and it deployed in the heart.
Wow.
Again, specific situations where this is appropriate. Surgeons can open up your chest and do this from outside, but again, it's about a 3-day recovery. You can have complications from it. This, you do it in 45 minutes, you're out the next day, and within a week, you're back to your normal self.
Well, this is comforting to know that you have so many options that are tailored to whatever the patient needs.
And one thing that I wanted to stress that we've noticed as over the last few years is that a lot of patients aren't aware that they're candidates for this. A lot of patients, I think, aren't informed that maybe this could be an option for you. And one of the main reasons why I really wanted to be able to chat with you about this is because I think patients need to be more proactive with their care and realize that the options are not being provided to them at times.
Okay.
And my perspective is that as a patient, you need to be informed. What are the things that you can have done, right?
Right.
Because there's a huge underutilization of these therapies out in the community. So we need to do, as physicians and as community members, really community leaders, we need to do a better job of telling our patients, look, these are your options, and you can choose one or the other. That's fine, but at least be informed of what's available, so that we're not underutilizing the therapies.
Or technology.
Yeah,
I mean, the
for
technology
sure.
is amazing today, so
Yeah.
nice. Thank you for sharing those with us. Now, earlier you were saying that HOAG is part of the actual process of testing. So why is it that an experienced team really matters when we're looking for doctors?
Sure. So just to give you a little bit of a perspective, in California, there's maybe about 10 hospitals, maybe 10, that do all of these 3 procedures, all of California. And over time, yes, we'll have more and more, but right now, not that many. Why? It's because these are very specialized procedures where complications can arise. They're not very common, but they can, and you need to know how to manage them. So you need to have a team that A, is able to identify the patient appropriately, B, is able to do the procedure well, and then C, is able to take care of the patient afterwards, right? Well, in order to be able to be really good at that, you need to have volume. You need to see these patients. As we talked about, oftentimes these therapies are underutilized. So if you all start having, you need to have a strong team that has experience. We do about 150 to 200 of these therapies a year, which is a lot, actually. And the more you do, the better you get at it, and we have excellent outcomes. Our mortality rates, our stroke rates, all of those are half of what they are of the national average.
Right.
So it's extremely important that you get someone who knows what they're doing as a whole.
Right.
From the beginning to end, who's taking care of you. Absolutely.
Right. And there was one thing that you said to us beforehand. If you want to prevent possibly needing any of this, what is the one thing that we should all be doing?
Yeah, exercise.
Exercise,
yes. Yes, absolutely.
So when you're sitting on the couch and you just don't want to go to the gym, just think about what we've been talking about here.
Yeah.
Not that we want to put you out of business or anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, thank you so much. And then if anybody wants information about HOAG, they can always go to your website, which is hoag.org, or they could call at 949-764-5871.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It was really nice to meet you. I appreciate it.
It was good meeting you as well.
All right. And remember, exercise is your friend. All right, we'll be right back after this.
Through my window, I see the first sunlight, and I feel the warm ocean breeze. I see the waves that lulled me all night. That's what my window brings me.
Look at this.
That view is $1 million.
It's amazing. We can look at these kinds of places within our budget.
You don't have a bad view from here anywhere you look.
It's all about the view. Sunday night is beach night. Sunday night at 8, only on HGTV.
Well, about every couple years or so, we have a changing of the guard, so to speak, with the Orange County Fire Authority Public Information Officer. And today I have their newest one on, who just took over a few weeks ago, Anthony Barmarito, Captain Anthony Barmarito. And of course, Steve Concialdi is here as well, because Steve kind of still comes back and fills in when you can. So welcome.
Thank you. It's
great to have you here,
yeah,
Steve. Good to see you. We saw
See
Steve
you.
just, was it a week ago? A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, during the Aliso fire.
Yeah, during the Aliso fire. First, let's get to know you. What has been your current station over the last few years, and how'd you get on board with this?
So first, you have to call me Tony.
Okay.
Because only my mom calls me Anthony.
Okay. All right.
So, I've been a fireman for 28 years. Last 11 years, I've been in the city of Irvine. I've been a captain, paramedic now for probably just over 21 years.
Okay.
So loved working in Irvine. I actually grew up there, went to high school there, so that's kind of where.
Are you considering cremation? Pacific Cremation Society offers simple and affordable cremation plans. Why do families choose us? Simple and affordable, discounted membership pricing, chartered memorials at sea, expert service and compassionate care, free advanced planning guide and consultation. Call now for your free planning guide.
Well, as Ken mentioned earlier, it is Orange County Fair time, and that's coming up here in July. And I have Kathy Kramer and Terry Moore here who's going to tell us all about the exciting and fun things that we have going on. I'm exhausted just talking about it. You guys have a lot going on. So tell me some really exciting new things. And so I'm just going to jump right into it because I had emailed Terry and said, please bring me all the fun, yummy foods, which I know you can't do. But tell me about some of the fun new ones that are coming up.
Oh gosh, we have some really amazing creative new foods this year. We have deep fried filet mignon, there we go.
Oh, gosh.
Deep fried filet mignon on a stick.
Right.
We have a peanut butter and jelly sriracha donut funnel cake. Talk about that. Did you think when you went to the cupboard for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich you were going to put sriracha on it?
Not at all.
We have a brand new food stand this year. Who Fried the Cheese? You'll love the name of that one. Who Fried the Cheese is going to be featuring fried cheese curds. Going to be one of my favorite mac and cheese bites, and then a shrimp and cheese jammer. So many. And if you like to graze like I do, come and visit us on Thursdays for the Taste of OC Food for $3 from noon to 4. Most of our concessionaires participate, and you can graze your way through the fair with small bite size.
That's a great idea.
I like
that. That does sound fun.
Yes.
Now, some of the pictures that we're looking at, okay, when I saw it, it was huge. And is it a donut? What is that thing?
That is a deep fried pineapple from our friend Chicken Charlie, a concessionaire who is famous for frying anything.
I didn't even know that was a pineapple.
I know, right?
That thing is huge.
It is.
That is crazy. What is on the outside? Is that like a donut?
It is drizzled with chocolate, batter coating.
Okay, now this one looked delicious. It was like a pineapple with, was it teriyaki?
That's another one of Chicken Charlie's famous creations. That's a pineapple bowl that's been carved out, a teriyaki chicken and rice, and there's also pineapple chunks put back into the.
Now, where will he be located in the fair?
He has several locations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think 3 or 4. But you will know Chicken Charlie. It's a very active video screens. The colors on his are red and yellow, and Chicken Charlie's is all over it.
Okay.
So and larger than life images of all of his products.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, most of the places have all these crazy signs. So.
Yeah, they do.
It's fun.
What else? Was there any other ones that are really going to stand out?
Terry, anything that you've actually got to sample some of them.
I'm interested in the caramel crack fries.
Yes.
So these are French fries coated with butter, with cinnamon sugar on top, whipped cream, and sprinkles. So they've turned French fries into this crazy dessert. And then we are going to have a bunch of unicorn themed things, unicorn and mermaid floats and shakes and all kinds of big fancy beautiful unicorn things. There
were some drinks that I saw that we're showing them now. Okay, so tell me what's in these. They look refreshing.
There's a fancy lemonade in the mermaid float, and then there's whipped cream, sprinkles, candy, and it's topped with cotton candy.
Oh my gosh. You know, do you have Zantac stations? Because you're going to go eating all this stuff and go, oh, I feel horrible after.
I thought of one more.
Oh, what?
I thought of one more, and this one is so fun to say. It's called the pork and swine. How appropriate. It is a sourdough bread with garlic, butter, cheddar, mozzarella, ham, and pineapple. Pork and swine. Brand new.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Those are crazy.
Yes. Crazy foods.
I know. Well,
the OC
you can't go anywhere else to get that kind of stuff. So that's why it's so much fun, right?
That's right. It's a once-a-year experience. Everybody doesn't eat this way all the time, but it's something like you save up your calories for and then just have a great time.
Exactly. Okay, so let's talk about some of the entertainment that you guys have coming. I mean, some really fun bands.
Yes. Absolutely. We have a stellar lineup in the Pacific Amphitheater. We already have 2 sold-out shows, Steve Martin and Martin Short and Brent Eldridge. But don't fear, there's plenty more. We have Hunter Hayes, Willie Nelson and Family, and Allison Krauss. That's going to be a fantastic show. I see our cameraman getting excited about that one. We also have, before we open the fair on July on July 12th, we have Frankie Valli performing with the Pacific Symphony.
I
That
saw
will
that.
be, I'll tell you, if you've never seen, Pacific Symphony is with us for the second year, and if you've never seen them perform with music and having vocals, it's just an amazing opportunity in the PAC Amp. So,
Right.
yes,
And-
we'd love to have them.
And tell me about Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. They're going to be rocking the house.
so
I know.
fun.
Cool in the Gang.
Oh, they're coming
We have
too?
Cool in the Gang.
You guys
we
had
have
so many.
We do. We
So
have a
many.
stellar. We'll end the fair with return of Steve Miller and Peter Frampton.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Great.
There's something for everyone. We've got comedy, Jim Gaffigan. You know, outside of the Pacific Amphitheater, also remember that with the purchase of a concert ticket, you get admitted to the fair for OC Fair admission for free.
Right.
And then the Hangar, which is one of our most popular venues, that's
Okay.
been our tribute, we're tribute bands.
Okay.
So a great lineup of tribute bands this year. In addition, we have Firefall, the real Firefall, Poco, and Toto will also be
Right.
performing at
And
the
that's at the Hangar?
At the Hangar,
Okay.
absolutely. And lots of things going on at the Action Sports Arena.
Right.
If you love demo derbies, we've got something from everyone, from the monster truck demo derbies to the damsels of distress, where it's an all-female drivers in that crash,
Wow.
or in that derby.
Is that only
And-
during the fair?
Yes, during
Oh,
the
okay.
fair. During the
Okay.
fair, and we also have 5 nights of rodeo this year.
Wow.
Yeah, something
you
for
just-
everyone.
You're right. Something for
Absolutely.
everybody, but you certainly can't do it all.
No.
You can.
So you got to kind of pick and choose.
Yeah, what's great is to go to ocfair.com, look at the schedules, and choose the things you want to attend. There is something new in the Action Sports Arena I just thought of, and it's Daredevils and Wheels. It's a death-defying motorcycle stunt show. They ride in these giant metal cages up and around, and they have these aerial stunts that they do. It's going to be crazy fun. Hold your breath.
Oh my. Oh
That's
my.
new this year, right, Terry?
That's new?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is awesome. Let's talk about the theme, free your inner farmer. So what are you guys trying to portray with that?
Well, it's the second year of a 3-year strategy to really bring agriculture to an urban environment. Our viewers may not realize this, but we are mandated, we're the California Department of Food and Ag, and we are mandated to produce an annual fair featuring agriculture. We've been doing that for 128 years, and the last year was focused on food and fiber, and this year is about the people of agriculture. So we're really wanting to have experiences where you can learn where your food comes from. So there'll be we'll have life-size cutouts of 3 different farming and citrus operations in Orange County, so people can have a chance to. And we're hoping that by the end of the fair, it will inspire you to free your own farmer. We like to say, just because you may not be a farmer from Kansas and be able to grow crops, you can do that, from potted herbs on your kitchen, to raised beds, to container gardening, and just getting people excited. And you know what's surprising to me is that food preservation, we had almost double the entry of food preservation from last year. So people are really wanting to, we talked to somebody, in one of the receptionists as we were waiting, and she talked about her fruit trees and how she's taking those and making preserves. In fact, she was even entered them in the past.
Oh, wow.
So how people are connecting to where their food comes from and buying local and understanding that. So, and we're gonna have some fun with that Free Your Inner Farmer. On Thursdays, if you wear your overalls from noon to 3, you get in for free. What a great way. So dig out those overalls.
Oh, that's so cute.
know.
And going back to what you were saying about gardening, I mean, it really is actually rewarding. I just did it myself, and so I planted a variety of different things. But what's kind of, I think, nice is that you tend to it. And so it's caring for something, right?
Absolutely.
So that's kind of nice.
And that great connection with the earth. And as Kathy said, that's what fairs are all about. That's why we started, and that's why we continue. So we think it's fun because in Orange County, agriculture is a little bit of a novelty, but we wanted to feel more connected to our urban audience. That's why during the fair we'll have cooking demos with farm fresh herbs and vegetables and fruits from our farm. We'll also have in the culinary area the chance to have a farm to shaker cocktail or mocktail using fresh ingredients from the farm.
Oh.
Well, also, too, is one of the 15 ways, which is posted on our website, by the way, ocfair.com, to free your inner farmer, is that we'll have guided tours. You may not realize, but we have a 3-acre working farm. It's open with animals and crops, and you'll have a chance to have a guided tour so you can understand the crops and the animals. And one of my favorite things is we have new babies at the farm. So come and see. There'll be some piglets born during the farm, during the fair, some baby goats. some new kids there. So it's always fun to see the families interacting and seeing those brand new farm animals.
Oh, well, hopefully they're as cute as some of those little things you see on
Oh,
Instagram.
they're
where
just as
jumping
cute.
around.
They're adorable. They're adorable. And we also, last year we added into the farm a pig cam. So if you can't get enough of them when you're there, when you're at home and you need a little stress relief, just log on to ocfair.com and you can actually see those stinking little cutes.
Well, there was
They're
some
so
cute little photos that I came
Yes.
across about the little pigs where they were eating some avocado sandwich or something.
Yes.
And it was huge.
It was actually a birthday
that was our
cake.
birthday
Oh, is that what that
last
was?
year. Last year we had a birthday party for the new piglets born during the fair, and one of our farm hands created that out of pig food and then topped it with lettuce and apples.
Oh, is that what that
and
was?
so the babies and the mama
so
were
cute.
having a birthday party.
It was darling. It was darling.
Yes.
So, Kathy, let's talk about some of the things that are, specific to our residents' age, 55 and over. And I know you're a resident yourself, so let's talk about that.
I know, I love it. My husband and I, Jim, have lived in Laguna, the village, for 3 years, and I absolutely love it here. So, would like to invite all my neighbors. Friday is Senior Day, $5 admission, and you also get a ride on the merry-go-round and the Ferris wheel.
Okay.
And then if you don't like to drive, you can leave the driving to someone else. On Fridays and Saturdays, OC Fair Express. We actually have a pickup point here in Laguna Woods. I'm sorry, Laguna Hills by the post office.
Okay.
And it is one of the best deals. So seniors can get a round trip transportation for $1.50 and $4 fare admission. And you know what? No traffic, no parking, and it's door to door. Literally drops you off at Yellow Gate.
And is there any limitations on times?
The times are posted. It makes trips all throughout the day.
But you could go to the fair all day for that price, right?
Absolutely.
It's not like restricted.
No,
to a
it's not
certain time.
restricted.
That's
so
amazing.
From opening to close, and then there's just a flow of the shuttle service, and it is literally express. It is nonstop to the door.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right up to the front.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
And I know living in the village that we have some veterans. Every day of the fair, active military and veterans with their ID, free admission.
That's great.
And they're able to buy up to 6 half-price tickets. So we really love to say thank you to those who have served our country and would love to invite all the veterans out and take advantage of that. Speaking of veterans, if I may, Heroes Hall. I don't know if our residents have been out to see Heroes Hall. It's been open for about 1.5 years. We have a new exhibit at Heroes Hall called Brave Mind. It's a partnership with USC, and it's a virtual reality technology that is helping veterans overcome PTSD. It's a brand new, we'll open, we're actually having a soft opening tonight. We'll be part of the, open as part of the admission to fair. There is no charge. Guests can come in and actually put on virtual reality goggles and understand some of the experiences that our veterans have had to go through, and it's just very cutting edge technology. So we're very excited to have fairgoers come and take advantage of that at Heroes Hall.
That sounds awesome. That sounds great. And then, of course, as you mentioned, you've got other things like Imaginology,
yes.
And then you have your Centennial Farm. So those are things that are year-round that you can participate in, right?
You know, it's interesting. When I got here three and a half years ago and was getting in the community, they said, well, what else do you do when you're not doing the fair? Well, lots of things. The fair runs for 23 days, but we're a year-round event center. We host over 150 events annually. We also have Centennial Farm, which is our 3-acre working farm. Over 150,000 children come to the Centennial Farm for education tours and hands-on learning throughout the year. And now one of our newest educational assets is Heroes Hall, which is a museum dedicated to telling the stories of veterans.
Right. Awesome.
I know.
Well, very good. Yes. Thank you so much, ladies. So July 13th is opening day.
July 13th.
And there's something exciting about opening day.
There is. Free till 3. Free parking and free admission from noon to 3.
That's great.
So I invite everyone. Neighbors, please come see me at the OC Fair. Love to have you. There's something for everything. Bring your grandkids. There's great promotions. Visit our website for many of those great opportunities, ocfair.com.
Well, thank you, ladies.
Yes,
I think we covered just about everything.
I think so.
There was so much to cover, but thank you again. Good luck for your opening days.
Thanks, we appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
And if you want any more information about all of this, there's plenty of information on their website, and that's ocfair.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, as you just saw in our last segment about the OC Fair, that opens today. And every Friday is Senior Day, and it's only $5 admission. Plus, don't forget there is bus transportation that goes from Laguna Hills, so you don't have to drive, and you can find out all the information on ocfair.com. Okay, so we have one movie for you today, which is July 13th at 2 p.m., and that's Annihilation. And that is Natalie Portman, Jennifer Jason Leigh, directed by Alex Garland. It's about a biologist and former soldier Lena. Natalie Portman is shocked when her missing husband Oscar Isaac comes home near death from a top secret mission into the Shimmer, which is a mysterious quarantine zone no one has ever returned from. Now Lena and her elite team must enter a beautiful, deadly world of mutated landscapes and creatures to discover how to stop the growing phenomena that threatens all life on Earth. And again, that's today at 2 p.m. and that's brought to you by Hogue, who we also had in our earlier segment. Okay, weather looks pretty good today. We did have a little bit of fog this morning, but it cleared, and maybe a little fog still left on the beach. But right now we're looking at high 86 for today, low 69. Tomorrow 84, 69. Sunday 82, 70. Monday 82, 69. And Tuesday sunny after a little morning fog, 83, 68. And again, around town, actually in Northern California, we have 78. The Bay Area 71, Central Coast 79, San Diego 80, Tahoe 82 with maybe thunderstorms, and Yosemite 86, also thunderstorms, Arrowhead 81, and Palm Springs 109. Not too shabby for the weekend, so looking pretty good regardless of where you go. And then tomorrow, or excuse me, on Monday, have a good weekend. On Monday, we have BreastLink, we have Third Mutual Update, we have Pageant of the Masters, and also Freedom Village. So have a great weekend in the Village, and we'll see you next week.